Hello guys, how are we doing? Got two gameplays for you today, squeezed into this 11-minute video, both of which feature opponents from Master or Challenger from Vanguard Ranked play. The first one is a little bit of a walkover. I mean, we absolutely poop on them, and it's not until halfway through this first gameplay where the sweats join, so they can't catch up a dub. But the second game featured in this gameplay is tight. Just as a little bit of a spoiler, we start 60 points down after 2 hills, so we are getting pooped on, but do we manage to pull it back? You tell me. Watch the end of the video and let me know if you enjoy it. Format of this video, I'm going to be getting into a bit of commentary on what's happening in the game, but before we do, and then talk about a bit of CDL, a bit of drama, you know. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say thank you guys for the continued support on the channel. It does help, and we're slowly getting to the 1250 subscriber mark. Talking of which, I don't like to beg for subs. It's not me, so I'm just going to get this over and done with. Only 10% of the people, according to watch time, who watch my videos are subscribed. So if you are enjoying content, if you are watching this content, and if you are looking forward to tips, tricks, class setups, map guides, and just general high-level, somewhat high-level ranked gameplay, make sure you go sub to the channel. Gives me a bit more incentive to put videos out, if you know what I'm saying. So that's the begging over and done with. I apologise for that. I don't like to do it. CDL, Dashy. I don't know if you've seen the Twitter feed at the moment or gone on the CODCOM Reddit, or even tuned into Dash's stream yesterday. But as you guys know, he was dropped from OpTic and he had a proper rant. It was a good half hour of just, if I'm honest, shitting on Rambo. I mean, if everything he says is true, I do feel bad for the guy, but it's definitely worth checking out. I'm interested to see what Scump and Rambo have to say in return, in retaliation, if they say anything. Yeah, interesting stuff. Let me know, because I know there's a couple of OpTic fans who watch these videos, so let me know what you guys think. What are your honest opinion of the whole situation, and will you follow Dashy to wherever he decides to go? If I'm honest, if I was him, I would be pushing for FaZe. I mean, I know they've got a good thing with Slasher going on at the moment, but imagine Dashy, Cellium, FaZe, Dashy, Cellium, Simp, and Abizi on a team. I mean, that is just vile. I mean, I would not want to play against that. That's some sort of dynasty in the making. But yeah, other than that, the CDL Major 2 starts today. We've got some group matches in line. We've got London versus Ultra, which I'm afraid to say I think London are going to get pooped on. I'd love for them to pull through and get a dub. They're playing with scraps now. Controversially has been picked up instead of pool, but hey, I've got Ultra all over that. I'd love to see London win this match because it'd be huge for them. And then we've got Minnesota versus Boston, Surge versus Legion. And then that's it, actually. And then that's it for the day. So biggest game is probably going to be the first one. So yeah, I'm excited for that. If you guys are watching it after the fact, let me know what you guys thought of the result, because I am going to be watching it as it goes on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year in CDL, and hopefully we get ranked play soon. So let's get back to the video here. So basically what I'm going to be going from now on is just bit commentary. So this spot here is nuts. You probably saw me do this earlier on in the video, but coming from P3 to P4, which is basically the warehouse hardpoint to the barber one to my left here, you can sit on there. You can pretty much watch the whole cross through the middle of the map and watch their push through car park. They do not expect it. But give it a few months in rank play. You're going to see people using it all the time. It's going to be predictable. But at the moment, write that one down because it is a gnarly spot to use. And especially in the CDL MOSHPIT, people just don't expect it. I find on this game, if you can be as like the most unpredictable player, the better. I mean, you play a little bit creddy, let's say. But yeah, talking of which, the class I am currently using, I know I made a video on Octane's TAC 56 class, but this is different to that. This is a little bit more of a fast AR. Recoil isn't quite so steady. However, you can ADS a lot quicker. There's no muzzle on it. An ADS stock. I will put the full attachment list in a coming video. So yeah, make sure you guys stick around for that. So this was after the point in which the Masters guys joined. I think it's Mozza and Haid. I think are the guys that I think Haid was actually top 250. This is what Power was telling me. So yeah, I do feel bad for them. Unfortunately, on CDL MOSHPIT, you do get lumped into lobbies. I mean, we've just made everyone leave at that point. What can you do? I would be the same, jumping into a lobby where you're pretty much 200 points down already. So this is the start of the second game, and as I say, it is a slow start for the team. We don't manage to get much going. I think we get maybe I think there's 14 shed points in total coming off this hill. I think they're trying to play heavily for the P2 rotation, whereas we're trying to we're a bit timid to get off on spawn. I'm trying to rotate myself, being like the typical ARR. I'm trying to rotate, get these new, get to the new rotation. Here's another nice spot. You can pretty much get on all the walls around Mikado. But I was hoping to challenge him here, probably a bit unexpected, but I didn't expect him to be at the bottom. So he wins that gunfight. Skip ahead, as you can see, we're 45, soon to be, I don't know, it'll be 60 to 9 it'll be when the new hill pops. And I'm just at new, waiting for teammates to support. You know, being that guy who's there early, I think that's so important on every hardpoint map on this game. Just because it's so easy to hold hills. I mean, particularly on this map. This hill itself isn't too hard to break because there's quite a lot of entrances and whatnot. But the next hill after this is disgusting to break. I mean, they're bait and switching right there. But yeah, this hill was hard to break. There's 2 entrances and pretty much 2 lanes to watch to be able to cut enemies off. So it is a bit of a nightmare for anyone else trying to break it. So if you are here first to this hill, it's going to be easy. And by the way, that wasn't me shooting bodies. That was me just pre-aiming. I wouldn't have shot bodies. That's not, well, I do sometimes. But I promise it wasn't them. So what I do like about this game at the moment is the fact that, so as you can see, we're like 50 points down somewhat. So after this hill, we should have some sort of regain back into the game. We're not going to be down too bad after this. But I am frying on this hill. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm using attack in hill, but it just deletes. Especially with these ADS attachments, you can be a little bit more maneuverable, you can be a little bit more versatile, and you don't have to shy away from challenging people at close range. I don't know how that guy got there. That's part of the process. I'm trying to make these mistakes in reading spawns now in the CDL MOSHPIT before I get into ranked, because I don't want to head into ranked and everything be completely new to me, because I'm just going to end up being a bot. I'd rather make my mistakes now than I will do, rather than like a few weeks' time when ranked hopefully drops. So moving into P5, I think it is. In green, yeah, top green. I think that's P5, P6. God knows. I don't know why there's so many hills. Basically, we're in a real deficit here. We are, I don't know, 30 points down now, and they've still got another 30 to get on the hill. This is an arse to break. You pretty much make it impossible to break from this hill, but we managed to get 3 down, thankfully, here. So yeah, I'm trying to bit cheeky little jump up. Handy for us indeed, that, especially on defense. We managed to get a couple of bits of scrap there on the last hill. So this hill here is nice to use a cruise missile on, just because chances are it's fairly open. However, you do got to be aware that there probably are going to be trophies on the hill. So if you do have a cruise missile, avoid hitting the hill, because you probably will waste it. Rather, this is another good spot. I mean, guys, you should have your notepads out for this gameplay right here, because I am showing, bringing out all the stops. But yeah, I'd avoid using predator missiles on actual hills, because chances are the trophy is going to be on the hill and it'll just get wiped out. So I know, for example, you hear a trophy coming in from another team, I am running to a trophy and just trophy from the other team, predator missile coming from the other team. I am running to the closest trophy and just chilling, because it will not kill me. Bit broken, I don't see how that's the point. So we move into the second set of rotation here, pretty much even. We're 10 points down here, so it's very close in the game. I'm stunned, but somehow managed to get the kill, but unfortunately they're too quick with it and they trade me out. The bonus at this point here is that we have P2 rotations here, which means we've got the advantage. So we're going into P2 fairly even. So yeah, it's handy, to be fair, because we're playing with a couple of teammates here, so it has handy so that we've got communication, which means we can clutch up like this. I think while we were losing, we only had me doing trophy work, so that meant that people were able to nade and stun and use their attacks a lot easier than they were. But my teammate pulled out a trophy, and since then we were on the regain to the dub. So as I say, if you guys can probably tell from watching the CDL and whatnot, the people that rotate earlier or rotate first and win the rotations will be the teams that will be winning the hard points, because it's so defense heavy on this game.
These have got their heads absolutely.
So right here, the next hard point is obviously Barber to my left. We need 1 second. So in my head, I'm thinking, right, we could push this, maybe get it, maybe get an extra second, or we can rotate early, give them the extra 20 seconds, whatever, fully set up and guarantee that we can get that second in. Because in their heads, at this point, all they're thinking is, oh, shit, we need to rotate, but then we can't give this up because they could chal it at any moment. So in my head, I'm thinking, right, let's just get it set up. And that is all she wrote. That's the game. We end up winning by 50 points. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll probably catch up with you at some point next week, early on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a weekend of CDL. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and I'll catch you in a bit. Ciao. Mate, the spawns are so easy to lock down.